足をえぐりて殺す。これで完成だ。
なるほど、やはりえぐるとはそういう意味だったんですね。またしても私の推理は正解でした。
So they just fucking went ahead and solved the riddle. That's right, that's how we start with today's episode. It was that easy, apparently. The feel of it this time was clearly different from the previous times, as though some sort of device had activated. The thing that I'm not necessarily getting is that this is obviously being observed by the people in the meta world. Like Battler fighting against Beatrice and the witches and shit. So why does Battler not know about the secret yet? Even if he sees his own game piece solve it. Well, whatever. However, as far as a quick glance could tell, there was no dramatic change, such as an entrance or some sort of opening. Apparently they would need to do just a little bit more before they could find it.
すげえよ、お前は。これで本当に黄金が見つかったら、俺とお前で山分けだな。
How many more times does she need to say that she's just in it for the fun of solving puzzles or mysteries?
知的興奮を楽しめただけで十分です。
One more time, apparently.
私が好きなのは謎解きだけ。
Another time.
報酬はそれが正しかったことの証明だけで十分です。
And once more. I think that makes the 5th time, so that should be enough. Everyone should trust you now that you don't want the gold. She shrugged it off, implying that just seeing the gold would be enough. She didn't imply it. She just straight up said that she had enough by just solving it all. Then she crouched down, peering fixedly at the lock mechanism. It's definitely no mistake to say this girl really loves solving riddles. For her, treasure hunting is all about the delicious process of exposing secrets. So she has no interest whatsoever in getting the treasure for herself and becoming a billionaire.
なるほど。よくもこんな仕掛けを。あなたたちの不運は私をこの島に迎えたことでしたね。
That's like a big red flag, right? Someone saying this. You made a mistake by letting me get onto this place on this island. You made a big mistake.
ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
I love this little verbal quirk she has, which is always ending with that line. Simply by the existence of XX, this level of reasoning is possible for Rodo Erica. It's weird, but I love it. As she said this to the now exposed contraption, she grinned. Her smile was triumphant, but it was more fully characterized by the small bit of unpleasant disdain contained within. After solving the riddle, she was probably reveling in the pleasure of having won against the one who had proposed it, and she enjoyed her ability to scoff at this person now. She's an asshole.
これで黄金が見つかれば、次期当主はクラウスさんでなくあなたですね。
どうだろうな。
クラウスさんってちょっと傲慢な方じゃないですか。偉そうって言いますか。そのクラウスさんが一夜明けたら、おいに黄金も次期当主の座もかっさらわれていたなんて。
Yeah, I'm pretty
なんだか
sure.
愉快ですね。
Sorry for cutting you off there, but I'm pretty sure this is not gonna end in a bloodbath or something similar. Now that you say it, I'm kind of rethinking my position here. Erica was still crouched down as she spoke, her back to Battler as she toyed around with the device.
ジェシカさんでしたっけ？私に意見した女の子。
Talked back to me. I mean, just the way she puts that.
あの子、自分の父親が次期当主だと威張ってましたね。彼女は今夜が明け、バトラさんが全ての黄金を受け継ぎ、自分の父親がもはや次期当主で亡くなったことを知ったら、どんな表情を見せるんでしょうね。
Beautiful.
別に俺は 200億を独り占めする気は毛頭ねえぜ。ま、せいぜい1割ももらえりゃお腹いっぱいさ。
Someone do the math. I mean, I can do the math of 10% of 20 billion. It's 2 billion. Alright, I'm smart enough for that, but... how much money is 2 billion yen? That's what I want to know. I'm not gonna look it up.
あとは親族で仲良く分けりゃいい。次期当主なんてもっと興味がねえぜ。クラウスおじさんに喜んで押し付けさせてもらうぜ。
果たしてそう簡単な話で済むでしょうか。
Are you laughing at me, bitch?
それを推理することよりは、今はジェシカさんが明日どんな表情をしながらどんな負け惜しみを口にするかの方が推理の対象としては楽しい気がします。
Oh, she's so incredibly sadistic. Kinda makes me like her.
お前性格悪いな。
I like how he tries to put it as nicely as possible, but still comes out with nasty personality because it is as nice as possible in her case.
おや、謎解きが好きという時点で推理できませんでした？私、人が隠すことを暴くのが好きな知的蹂躙者なんですよ。
Well, here it is. The line we've all been waiting for. I'm an intellectual boop who enjoys exposing things people try to hide.
碑文の謎解きもそうです。
I love her.
じいさまが満を持して隠した黄金を暴いてやりたかったんだろ。
ええ、最初はそうでしたが、途中から目的が変わりました。
途中？何？
ジェシカさんです。私の推理に口を挟み、高潔かつ高尚な時間を汚しました。だからあのジェシカという子に思い知らせたくて碑文の謎を
Nope, sorry, I skipped ahead. So she wanted to teach Jessica a lesson. Is she serious? Of course she is. She is fucking bonkers mental crazy, dude. You should know by now, honestly, Battler, if you weren't so dense.
私はどんな相手でも屈服させます。それが私の唯一の優越です。まだ推理必要ですか？後ろ宮ジェシカは私をムカつかせた。
Her mask is slipping.
だから私は身の程を思い知らせてやりたくて碑文を解くことにした。そこから導かれる今の私の感情、推理可能ですか？
Contempt? Anger? What do you feel when you're very close to mock the person you hate? Happiness? I don't know. This time I turned my back on her in earnest. Did I get a bit too excited by this riddle-solving game, letting her drive me on? And do something terrible? That's right. It should have been possible to reason this out. If the riddle is solved, their relatives will probably freak out about who the successor should be. Dad and some others will probably push for me, the discoverer, to be the successor, and some relatives not thrilled with that prospect will probably oppose them. Despite how adamantly Erika affirmed it, it isn't written anywhere that the one who solves the riddle of the epitaph becomes the successor. Because of this, it'll lead to a fight between those who acknowledge that theory and those who don't. If I reason out what will happen next, as Erika did, it'll probably lead to a messy fight between Uncle Kraus and the rest of the relatives. Now that I've solved the riddle, will Jessica admire me or curse me? I don't want to think about that now. Erika was still mumbling. Apparently, she had already started trying to reason it out. As I began to feel very bad, I vaguely gazed out into the black night. The problem is, if you don't do it, someone else will, right? So, and it's not gonna go away. this whole fucking mess. At that time, I looked at a dim outdoor light and saw the silhouette of a person in front of it. Ooh, I thought I must be seeing things. After all, it was unthinkable that someone could have been standing there this whole time, pounded upon by the rain without even an umbrella. However, the silhouette didn't move an inch, and maybe... No, it couldn't be. It was looking at me. And it was... Kinsu's alive. Cool. Grandfather. At that moment, I understood. Grandfather's probably been watching us solve the riddle this whole time. And he watched as we spectacularly solved the whole thing. But he's fucking dead. Without a doubt, there was a faint smile on Grandfather's face. Grandfather, who had never worn anything except moody and frightening expressions, looked me in the eye and smiled at me for the first time. Almost as though he was saying, "How impudent." Or else, "I never thought it would be you." However, this is still the result that Grandfather's epitaph chose. So I'm sure he accepted that result. In the end, he grinned one more time. Of course, he didn't use words. His smile seemed to be wordlessly saying, "Well done." I didn't know how I should respond. I couldn't do anything but stand there in shock, ignoring Erika as she crouched down, mumbling with her back towards me. Then, Grandfather stretched a hand out from the folds of his cloak and pointed at something. When I looked in that direction, there was... The thing he was pointing at was probably the signpost to the Golden Land. Go. I'm sure Grandfather said that one word. I nodded to show that I understood. After watching that, Grandfather nodded back, satisfied. Then, with a spin of his cloak, he disappeared, seeming to melt into the darkness. The expression on his face at the end was a smile that was, for the first time, truly satisfied.
聞いてます？バトラさん。
So this is probably basically Battler just having a big ass hallucination because he needs to cope with the fact that he's gonna be the successor. So he needs someone to approve of it. He needs to have a little story that says, Kinsu saw me, Kinsu says it's alright, Kinsu says go, I should probably move on. He's having a nervous breakdown at this point.
私の推理。
見つけたぜ。あれが黄金鏡への道しるべ。
え？あ、さっきと向きが変わってる。なるほど。あちらへ進めという意味ですか。良い観察力ですね。
じいさんに教えてもらった。
え？金蔵さん？どこに？
行くぜ。見せてもらおうじゃねえか。黄金鏡ってやつを。
We started to walk. The entrance to the Golden Land was right there.
Waga hibun ga tsui ni tokareta ka. Soshite, Battler ga ka. 愉快この上なし。
When I think about it, I was also ahead that no one saw coming. How amusing that the one to succeed me is just as surprising.
これにて我が生涯に一切の未練はなし。ベアトリーチェそなたのもとへ行くぞ。我が碑文が選びし奇跡を手土産にな。
Battler, of all people. That Battler.
我が生涯の最後の最後に我は真の奇跡を見たり。ベアトリーチェ、この賭けは私の勝利だ。
Stellar voice acting, in my opinion. He sounds really deranged. So down we go. The same corridor Eva was in already. And Rosa as well. Man, I love when that track sets in every time they find the Golden Land.
耐食性以外には金に換金物としての利便性を見出すことはできませんね。これを現金化するには随分の手間をかけそうです。
It's the very fact that you have it, which makes you incredibly rich, I think. Because even just one ingot would be enough to get you by a long time. At the end of a crude underground tunnel, in a VIP room so beautiful it seemed improper, was a pile of gold so large that there could be no doubting its 20 billion yen worth. I mean, this whole room seems to be made out of gold. Erika was calm, but Battler couldn't suppress his excitement. As for which of the two was the correct reaction to show after seeing a mountain of gold, only those who saw the scene with their own eyes could say for sure. In this day and age, it's said that an average salaryman earns about 200 million yen in wages over his life. Wow, okay, that puts 20 billion in a whole different perspective, to be honest. And this is 20 billion yen worth of gold. With even 100th of this gold mountain, a single human could live their entire life without working. Man, I wish I would do so much fun stuff. What is labor? Isn't it the very point of a human's life, since a person who doesn't work cannot eat? Let's not get into that stuff right now. If so, then 200 million yen is enough to make a single person's life complete. And this is 20 billion yen! This would account for the labors of 100 humans, no, a single human life, 100 times over. Of course, if you still wanted to work, you could. Any money you gained as a result could be used to play with. After all, you would already have enough money to live for your entire life. No, for eternity. No wait, I mustn't keep it all to myself. I can split it up among 100 people. If I could create a world where a full 100 humans wouldn't have to work for their whole lives, just what kind of world would that be? Maybe the Golden Land, just saying. Yeah, there's no doubt at all.
ここが黄金鏡なんだ。
というわけで、ベルンバトラは見事に黄金を見つけましたとさ。めでたしめでたし。肝となる部分は少し伏せさせてもらったけど、そのくらいの意地悪はしてもいいわよね。
ああ、そこは好きにしな。碑文の謎がどういう謎々でどういう答えだったのかというミクロな見地に興味はね。大事なのはその結果、黄金が10トン発見されたという事実の方だ。
Okay, so I guess LambdadeltaYT didn't show the riddle itself, which means Battler still knows basically nothing about the epitaph, except for his chess piece, which knows everything now. The gold was discovered in the third game as well by Aunt Eva. Aunt Rosa also witnessed it. However, the two of them hadn't spoken of the gold's discovery to anyone. In other words, there was a chance that the gold's discovery was a catbox truth kept between the two of them. More specifically, it was possible the gold didn't exist and was just an illusion. What if your piece is also lying, Battler?
しかし、 俺がとうとう見つけちまったわけだ。
You shouldn't fully trust yourself.
猫箱が開かれちまった。
副将ごっこは時間の無駄だから先にサービスしてあげる。この黄金の山は本物よ。ここに積まれたインゴットは全て本物の純金。レプリカとか偽物とかそんな騙しは一切なし。
That's a lot of hints right there.
よし、わかった。この黄金は認めるぜ。だが認められないものがまだある。
そうよね。会っちゃったものね。金蔵に。金蔵は幻想のはずなのに、あなたさっき出会っちゃったわよね。やっぱりこれは魔法なんじゃないのかしら。
No, his piece is crazy. Come on.
ほざけ。俺は一言もじい様と言葉を交わしちゃいねえ。じい様と言葉を交わしたような気持ちになっただけだ。いい加減にしろ。同じ手はもう通用しない。
ならほらどうぞ、青き真実。
おそらく俺は碑文の謎を解き興奮状態にあった。それで何かをじい様と見間違えたんだ。例えばそれは暗がりの子たちに引っかかった何かのシートかカバーで、それが漆黒のマントを羽織ったじい様に見えたのかもしれない。その結果俺はじい様と何かのやり取りをしたように誤解したんだ。
That's a sentence you don't read a lot. I thought I'd had some sort of conversation with grandfather. Mistakenly.
青き真実、有効ね。まあ、私も全く同じことを青で語ったわけ。
それで通ったのか。赤き真実で反論は
ないわ。今のところはね。
The me who'd let out a strange yell in front of the gold mountain was finally starting to regain his cool. Now that we've found it, there's no covering it up. I vaguely considered keeping this discovery a secret. However, Erika wanted to prove that her own reasoning was correct by announcing this to everyone. Killer? It's really that easy. Instead of everyone killing each other, just kill the stranger on your island. She really is an intellectual rapist, just as she says. The puzzle-solving game is what's important to her, and she doesn't intend to take any responsibility for what happens after the riddle is solved. A riddle is sort of like a lock. Locks exist to be locked, and they're only significant when they're locked. Therefore, it ought to be essential to have some goal in mind when exposing such a thing. However, to this girl, the act of exposing is itself a final goal. And she has no intention of taking personal responsibility for anything that happens later. Maybe the true storm to hit Rokkanjima isn't a typhoon, but her. She won't keep this discovery secret. She'll definitely announce it so she can brag about her success. Then, she'll call a real storm down upon his island. I won't be able to keep this covered up. In that case, there's nothing to do but announce this fact fairly to all. I can't imagine what will happen after that. As she grinned, Erika muttered to herself. She must have been anticipating the uproar that their relatives would soon bring about. To her, merely imagining that was far sweeter than 20 billion yen gold.
ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
She looks so fucking smug in that sprite.